New York, the Big Apple, concrete jungle where dreams are made of, in the words of Alicia Keys. There's nothing you can't do, except, of course, make eye contact in the subway or block the box. I met up with some of my colleagues and friends in the wine industry for pizza in New York. I also asked some of these professionals, what is it that is interesting to you about wine? Or why did you get into the wine industry in general?
Okay, well, first, that's a very, very long story, but I'll make it as fast as I possibly can. I started in the wine business, just kind of getting a job in California, and developed a huge passion for wine and kind of pursued that and ended up in marketing and then international marketing and brand marketing. So it was a 23-year career, and now I'm retired. Yay!
Yay! Well, I too have a long story of the wine business. I was in the restaurant business for a long time, managed restaurants, worked in nightclubs, and then went into marketing because I wanted to have a normal life, not in the restaurant business. And then my sister was in the wine business and worked for Coppola, and she always used to tell me, "You should do wine. You should go wine." And I was too young. You need to have chutzpah to be in the wine business.
I think you have chutzpah.
I have chutzpah now.
Yeah.
When I was 25, there was a job open with Southern, and I said, I think it's my time. I have chutzpah. I was 25, ready to go. And that was all history. I worked for Southern for a while, and I worked for Joe Wagner.
So it's a long, long story. I try to make it short. I'm from Venezuela, Caracas, so we don't have the terroir. We are not a wine country. We are the best rum producer in the world, and in Venezuela, they drink a lot of scotch, right? So when I come to New York 11 years ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to make my dream come true, and I'm going to become a son. So I started working in restaurants. I wanted to start from scratch. I became a bartender. I got my bartender license. And when I was ready, I went to the Sommelier Academy to become a son. So I wanted to have experience from every single angle. So I had experience from restaurants, then from retail. Now I'm the distributor side. Every angle is beautiful about wine. Everything about wine is beautiful. People who doesn't know about wine, they want to know about wine. People who knows about wine, they want to talk about wine. And everybody wants to taste. They bring people together, especially family. My first memories with wine, actually living in non-wine country, it was dinner with my family. My parents will pour us a little bit of wine for us to taste, and then I saw like a very not just ceremonial but beautiful. So it reminds me my childhood and my family, and then I am being discovering this beautiful world every day. So I'm about to do a master in French wine.
I know New York is famous for its pizza. Now, there is some debate in Connecticut. What is the best pizza, New York or Connecticut? And why is it Connecticut? Anyway, we had some pizza and we discussed pairings.
What's there not to like about wine? It's conversational. It's something you do with friends. It's something you do after a long day of work. There's a reason to celebrate wine in everyday life. And as far as food, with pizza that we're having here tonight, I would say a Pinot, California light style Pinot, or a Burgundy would be my choice to pair best with New York pizza.
It brings people together. It's, you celebrate or you cry over a bottle. It's big. It's an art form of what people's different interpretations of different grapes, and it's just beautiful. It's everything. It's just it makes me happy. I love selling it. I love drinking it. I also like cocktails, but wine brings people together. I'm not being biased, but I like Bowen Pinot Noir, but a Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
I would do California Pinot. Yeah.
I will do an old world Pinot Noir. A second chance, depending on what is in the pizza, I will do a gamay.
All right.
Gamay. Yeah, something like
Amazing. Nobody's saying any Italian wine today. It's
You
crazy.
see? Old world. Old world. Yeah, right? Yes. It's true. It's true.
I also met up with Sadie, who is Charlie Palmer's niece and the Food and Beverage Director at LUMA Hotel.
So I got into food and beverage. I think it was from my parents and the rest of my family. I'm from upstate New York, like 4 hours from New York City in like the middle of nowhere. My parents owned a cider mill and orchard, also with a winery, but it was sweet wine. So more of like a Finger Lakes, upstate New York specialty. So I grew up there and then worked in restaurants and bars all through college. and then came down to the city and thought I would give it a shot. So now I'm here. Yes. So I started drinking like sweet wine, a lot of boxed wine in college because that's all I could afford basically. And it was good. It lasted for like a week in the fridge, so that was nice. I used to only drink white wine because I didn't like the taste of red at all, but now I'm branching out and I really like Pinot Noirs. Nebbiolo, which is like the Italian Pinot Noir. That's my favorite right now, and I think that goes really good with pizza.
Headed into one of my favorite places for pizza, LUMA restaurant in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Ciao! Come stai? Bene? Sto facendo un video per YouTube. Sì. Fantastico, fantastico.
Okay, so we're back. Hey, you smell the pizza. Pizza bones in your future. Okay, so we're going to try out the suggestions from everybody in New York. The wine that everybody was kind of pointing towards when I went out with my friends and colleagues was actually Pinot Noir, which I was kind of surprised about.
Wrong.
What? Che stai facendo? Sto facendo il YouTube.
Va bene.
Okay. Stai zitto, per favore. I will tell you, wherever it's from, I like the wood-fired pizza, traditional wood-fired oven pizza. I like how it bubbles up really quickly, the flavor profile and whatnot. And so that's what we picked today. There's the wood-fired pizza. I've got the prosciutto, and then the traditional margarita pizza. And so the wines that we picked, the Sangiovese. So Sangiovese is this is the Sangiovese. And then you've got the Michele Chiarlo Barbera d'Asti. You have the Bowen Pinot Noir from California. And then you have the Giovanni Rosso Barbera d'Alba. Now, it's interesting. I was shocked as shit that when I was out with my friends in New York and I said, what is your favorite pairing with pizza? They said Pinot Noir.
They're all drunk.
Yeah, well, that might be it. Hey, stai zitto. Sto parlando. The idea here behind these 4 different wines is that they're a little less tannic and a little lighter bodied, a little bit more fruit forward, which is going to be amazing with these pizzas. So let's get started. Got a couple of sharks here, Blue and Bruno, waiting for a bite. That's good. That's a good pairing. The Sangiovese, this Vino Rosso, just means red wine in Italy. These are all, it's actually a blend of several different grapes from Italy. This box is 3 liters, and that's 4 bottles. So that comes out to be about $1.45 a glass. This is a great wine, and it's going to preserve well because it is in the box with a bag on the inside and closed, so it's going to keep for a long time. The next one, the Michele Chiarlo. So this is a Barbera d'Asti. The grape is Barbera. Asti is the region within Piemonte. Don't get too hung up on it, but later we're going to have a Barbera d'Alba, also the same grape, just a different area in Piemonte. So Michele Chiarlo, this is an iconic winery. They've been around since 1956, but the family has been in the wine business learning about wine since about 1898. Unfortunately, Michele Chiarlo just recently passed away, but his sons Alberto and Stefano are kind of heading up the program there. Still family owned. And what I love about this property, I mean, it's amazing. They also have a really great Barolo. But this Barbera, very affordable, a great affordable option to get into the wines by Michele Chiarlo. This is usually around $16 that I found is kind of the national average. So that comes out to be about $3.20 a glass. All right, so let's jump into this. Yeah, that's great. Really good acidity, really fresh flavor profile. All right, on to the Pinot Noir. Sorry, my husband, this is the peanut gallery over here is my husband. He's Italian. So anything that's from California might be sacrilege. It's not true. Come on, this is delicious.
Pizza. Italian. It works.
very tannic, bright, fruit forward. That's good. So the Bowen Pinot Noir, a little bit more expensive, but still not crazy expensive. This comes out to be $25 a bottle, so about $5 a glass. Joseph Wagner is the winemaker who's pretty famous and also really great at Instagram and getting in front of people. So if you want to follow him, find out a little bit more, he's at Joe the Winemaker in Instagram and I think Facebook, TikTok maybe, I'm not sure. But his videos are great. This Bowen Pinot Noir from Sonoma, Monterey, and Santa Barbara. I'm shooting different pieces here. I like that prosciutto. The Giovanni Rosso. The Giovanni Rosso, this Barbera d'Alba, has a little bit more weight in it, I think, than the Michele Chiarlo. Both really, really great structure. All of these wines, I think, are a wonderful pairing. I talked to Sadie, who's the niece of Charlie Palmer and also manages the Opry Bar in Manhattan. And she suggested Barolo. And I thought about it for a minute. I didn't get one because this is 4 wines. That's a lot. But I think a Barolo and like a white truffle pizza with sausage might be really good. Maybe, yeah, mushrooms would be delicious. Speak up, man. If you want to jump in, jump in. Oh, now he's rolling his eyes at me. Jesus. Okay, so hold on. First, I got to give these guys a little prosciutto. There you go, buddy. You've been very good. Thank you. All right, so that's it for our pairings. Follow us on Stick It Up Your Glass. So that was Stick It Up Your Glass Pizza Edition. Barbera, Sangiovese, Vino Rosso, Michele Chiarlo, Barbera d'Asti, Bowen Pinot Noir, and the Giovanni Rosso Barbera. If you have any questions about any of these, please feel free to put your questions in the chat, in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thanks for watching. Follow us on Stick It Up Your Glass. Did you know that we do wine tours via Excursions by Bergio, where we focus on various wine regions? If you'd like to explore the beautiful vineyards of Michele Chiarlo and Giovanni Rosso that we featured in this episode, reach out to us at Excursions by Bergio. The link is in the bio. We also go to the beautiful vineyards and the winery of Franco Massolino. Massolino makes some amazing Barberas and Barolos as well.